Yo, what's up, guys? Today we are going to talk about addiction. Not drug addiction, but gaming addiction. So, before we get into the good stuff, I'm just going to tell you that this is some gameplay of the new dungeon that's out. Not necessarily new. If you haven't played this game, you already know what I'm talking about. But we're not here to talk about the new update today. We're actually here to talk about um, addiction, especially in this game, because this is probably the most addicting game I've ever played, and it's a very simple game that still has advanced mechanics, so there's longevity in this game, and that definitely adds to the addicting factor of this game. Now, this is from my own personal experience. I have quit this game many times or just taken a break, but I find some way to come back to this game and fall in love with it all over again. The main question is, what causes addiction? And I have one word for that: dopamine. Now, I shouldn't say one word because, like anything, there are many factors that go into one process. In this case, the process is addiction. However, this principle applies to many things in life, almost everything. There are always many factors that go into processes in our everyday life. Now, for those of you who do not know what dopamine is, it is a neurotransmitter that is responsible for giving you the feel-good feelings that you feel on an everyday basis. This happens even when you eat something that you enjoy. If you eat something, dopamine is being released into your system, in your brain, and it's giving you a good feeling, like, oh, this is nice, this is pleasant. But it can be released for bad things and a lot more things. In this case, it is something that you enjoy, and this includes video games. So, let me explain how dopamine works. When you are engaging in a behavior that you enjoy, a lot of dopamine is released. It basically floods your system and gives you a good feeling. And then, after a while of just doing the same thing, you get used to it, and your body gets accustomed to having that level of dopamine around. As the brain gets used to this stimulation, it requires more and more and more dopamine to feel the same feeling you would get in the very beginning. And when you finally stop doing the behavior that is producing this dopamine, the brain isn't used to the lower levels of dopamine, and that is when you start wanting more. Think of dopamine as a drug. Well, it is a drug, a natural drug that your brain produces to make your life a little less boring. So of course, because we are animals and a lot of time we run on instinct, we want to go back to the thing that is releasing the dopamine so we can reach the desired level. It's just something we do naturally, and that's what draws us towards getting addicted to something. But what makes Realm of the Mad God so different and special from other games? Of course, people do get addicted to other games, and that's natural. Even other games than just Realm of the Mad God. But why is it so much more strong when it comes to Realm of the Mad God? And I think many people can agree with this. Well, I think I might have an answer. One of the core game mechanics in this game is first, you get your character, you level it up to level 20, but then you're not done. You have to drink stat potions to max out your stats so you can do endgame dungeons and get endgame loot. Every time you get a bag that drops a potion, dopamine is released in your system. Every time. Unless you really don't care about it, which doesn't seem natural because every Realm player would like a potion, unless they're fully maxed, but at the same time there's still levels of dopamine going through. Once you do get to the end game though, it can get boring, and that's when you might lose your passion for the game. Once you have maxed out your character, really the only things that are going to release the level of dopamine that's going to make you enjoy the experience is getting white bags such as Bracer, the Twilight Stone, and Shatter's whites like that. That's an endgame dungeon with endgame whites, something that will release a lot of dopamine. And that's why people will get tired of the game after a while once they've kind of just have max characters. they'll get bored of it and quit. But players who are always on this uphill journey of trying to max their characters, getting more common white bags and stat potions, it releases a lot of dopamine and you want to come back and play more. And if you quit out of anger, because this is a permadeath game, a lot of people quit out of anger. Eventually you'll just be like, hey, what if I play a little bit of Realm of the Mad God? Oh wait, I forgot how good this feels to get a blue bag from a dungeon or a god in Godlands. It's something that just goes right through our head. We don't really think about, oh my gosh, I can feel the dopamine flowing through my veins, and that's what is happening. We don't necessarily feel it, but that is why Realm of the Mad God is so addicting. It's because of the core game mechanics. If you just like leveled up over and over again, the game would, oh, check this out, I almost Nexus there, like I just got pinned in the corner. But, you know, if you just leveled up and you kept leveling up and unlocking, you know, higher stats as you went, but the only things that dropped were white bags, the game wouldn't be as addicting because you wouldn't be getting loot as much. It's just, they created, or Wild Shadow, the people who originally created Realm of the Mad God, had a genius idea. And it really draws players to come back even when they get upset with the game. It's a genius game design, and I've fallen victim to this game. So that is a little bit of science behind why so many people think Realm of the Mad God is an addiction. And to be honest, it is in some ways, as I explained in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I know there are other channels that kind of get sciencey when it comes to video games, like Game Theory or Shoddycast, both great series, and this was kind of inspired from that. However, we're not necessarily talking about the game itself, but something that's an effect of this game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And it was fun kind of like doing a little bit of research, even though I kind of already knew what I was talking about. But yeah, jump on this game. Just be careful. You might get addicted. You most likely will. But this has been the Crappy Zipper. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want you all to have an awesome day, and I will leave you with the rest of this gameplay so you can see the epic loot that I get. Anyways, have an awesome day, and yeah, thank you for being a part of Team Crappy.
Twirl the wheel of my caddy with my middle finger, bailing up out of the hoopty mommy with my pants sagging. I'm smoking on that crunch nasty with a G-Limp, is the born and die the SPI, with the player status of an OG since knee high. Sporting a G-hat with the short brim, Mr. Giga the gangster, hustler, baller, whatever you wanna call a straight player up in this game, putting it down for all you haters, killing them softly, raising them awfully, keeping it real so they can't fade us up in a 9-6. I kicks back and roll the Vega up, little with the Hennessy, champagne and Remy up in my cup, living like a baller but I'm still a G, sucking up game in these space streets, stacking that fatty SPICE.
Can you love?